Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Arrowhead. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yellow! Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line. Come back! 43! Hey, 57! Right side!
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 43! Right side!
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins get the football on the first turnover of the contest. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fun ball. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. 2nd down carry for Achane. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Stuffed at the line a 2nd time. And now it'll be 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They just get the play off. They connect for the first. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at first down here. Here's Tua. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Throwing again here on second. Tagovailoa. This finds Smith. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down, here's Tua. Completes this one to Hill. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Justin Reed with the tackle. Man in motion here. A-chain on the inside give. That's a big hole left. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami. Working inside the red zone. Flush down out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. They're out and set. First and 10.
43, 15.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Yellow. Come back.
Here's Mahomes. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Devon Holland comes up with it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. It's the same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Returns looking good so far. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield.
Through the decades, Kate, all kick returners have had to have tremendous vision, but it's a little different now with these new rules. You're not watching and feeling those guys running at you all the way down the field, no. Now you're more like a running back. You're looking for that crease, that opening, that lane to exploit. Boy, did he. Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Yellow.
From the 43. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Fight down these two. Fight down these two. Come back. Easy.
To the air, Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, 15. Return.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Chiefs make it a one-score game before halftime. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. His return starts at the 5. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa back to the air after the pick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And it sets up 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Going for a waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs work some magic on that return. They took the interception all the way back to the 30.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, And I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Javon Holland comes up with it. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick six. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. Mahomes trying again after the pick. He throws a bullet deep to the right. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Dolphins watches the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Achane gets this on the draw. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Finds his man, Waddle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Offense up to the line fast. Man in motion, out of the slot. Running with Achane out of the gun. This is ahead for about 5. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Connects on the crosser. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
All right, fellas.
Working quickly here.
32 stay. Come on, 2.
Here's Achane up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap.
Touchdown, Miami! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Sanders all set to send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Kohu. And the Dolphins capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
21G, 21G, go ahead.
Another try following the sack. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
All right, come on. Ready.
Here's Tua. Able to find Achane. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
He's right, no. Solo left side.
Tagovailoa off the play fake. Buying some time right. Now he's going deep across the field. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs have some new life in the 4th. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he got this close to midfield before going out. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Pacheco halt. What a hit, and the ball's loose. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Whew, close call there. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the... Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Another throw for Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Here are the Chiefs facing a massive two-point try. Back to the air, Mahomes. Nothing doing on that two-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
And the Dolphins get on that football. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Now a toss play for Achan. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Dolphins have a commanding 14-point lead now in the fourth. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Right. Yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds the in route, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs trail by 15.
Yellow. Right side.
2nd and 1. Trying to push it deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, rip with. Right.
Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Right side.
Throwing again, Mahomes. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jordan Poyer has it. Oh, he fumbles it. They might give it right back. And the Dolphins got it. And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Achan again on 2nd. Along the right sideline, there's space. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins making a 3-score game in the 4th. Devon Achan with the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They've got a man in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Yellow. Yellow. 15.
Tight end going in motion here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and 10 now from the 30. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has it at the 7. And in for the Miami touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead.
Chiefs 20. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Looking to throw Mahomes. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's cut at the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game.
Today's final score, Dolphins 49.
So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. Man, this one is gonna sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home victories. Instead, you end up taking a bitter pill today in front of your own fans.
Well, as one coach famously said, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. That's all these guys could do after giving one up at home. Just look ahead to the next game. Focus on prepping for the next opponent and working your tail off, and make up for losing in front of the home crowd by giving your fans something to cheer about the next time out.